The EU Remoaners and Rejoiners inside the Labour Party have started a new wave to push out Keir Starmer from being party leader so they could turn the Labour Party into another rejoin party, this time led by people like Sadiq Khan. Imagine a Labour Party that's led by someone like Sadiq Khan, by the way. No matter how much we dislike Keir Starmer's policies and leadership, I think I will have a bigger problem if these idiots are in charge. Because there's this new wave, and the mainstream media are not really talking about any of this, by the way. Or anybody in the establishment they've been so complacent that I've noticed this trend over the last few weeks on this channel. Because this is not the wave from the Corbynistas, it's worse. It's the liberal lefties, the globalists, who want to turn the Labour Party into the rejoin party, to rejoin the European Union. And we have noticed a number of Labour politicians every now and then, ad hoc, coming out on TV or whatever they are, to advocate for the UK to rejoin. And every single time, Starmer has to come back out and say, no, ignore my colleague. We're not rejoining. They're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until either Starmer changes his mind again, or push him out from leadership. This time is Sadiq Khan, the London mayor, talking to LBC's James O'Brien about this issue.
Speaking of which, you referred to the single market in the context of Northern Ireland. Should the Labour Party at a national level be agitating for rejoining the single market?
I don't speak for the National Labour Party.
So you're not short of opinion?
I don't speak for the National Party, but, yeah.
But I believe we should. Spot on. Worse, that's the biggest... The biggest piece of self-inflicted harm ever done to a country leaving the European Union.
Sound like that. You sound like that loudmouth on the radio.
So self-deprecating, James. Yes, Mr. O'Brien, I don't understand why this State of London Q&A that they have with the mayor has to be hosted by LBC. Like, I mean, where is the balance? Where is the impartiality? Seriously, James O'Brien asking questions from a Sadiq Khan. That's lovely, right? But to remind you guys that I say that a number of other politicians from the Labour Party keep coming out to advocate for rejoin. This was Anne McGorrin, another Labour MP, saying this a while ago.
Could we ever return to the EU single market?
I hope so. I really hope so, because that is the way in which customs union and single market, at the very least, I think, in the future, I hope that we will return to that. But at the moment, there is not really the scope for having that conversation.
Oh yeah, at the moment, there's no scope for having that conversation. You know what that means? She's not talking about the general public. They don't care about the public. She's not talking about the platforms that they have in the mainstream. No. She's talking about her own party. She's talking about her own leadership. Keir Starmer is not allowing this conversation to happen right now. So that's what they mean. That's why Sadiq Khan was saying, yeah, I'm in favour. Spot on, mate. Yeah, stop trying to be cockney. All right, cool. Now, the next problem is going to continue because as Sadiq Khan came out to actually advocate for the single market as well, to free movement, Starmer, not that he's a Brexiteer now, but he's so afraid of any backlash. This is the headline, Fresh Labour Brexit Split, as Keir Starmer slaps down Sadiq Khan's call for UK to rejoin a single market and bring back free movement rules. So, of course he has to say that. He's going to freak out. He's already losing more votes. And the opinion polls, you would expect the Tories to keep going down. No. After the local elections and the by-elections, the Tories are slowly coming back up again. Not up. There's no mass support for the Tories, but the gap is narrow again. It's about 4-5 points. The Labour Party is ahead, 3 points. That's embarrassing. It's been 12 years of Tory governments, and the Labour Party can't even lead in the opinion polls. There's absolutely no appetite for a Labour government in this country. So if the Tories lose, it's the next election. It's not because the country is now pro-Labour. It's because this country are angry at the Tories. They just don't want Tory government. They don't want to have a Labour government either. So we're probably going to end up with hung parliament, unless they bring in someone like Lord Frost or Penny Mordaunt, or probably Lord Frost is better. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to remain impartial for now. So I'm going to come back in half an hour. Subscribe to the channel. On my Tousi, and we are the media.